Hello YouTube, how you guys doing today? So in today's video we're going to be talking about will crossplay ruin Warframe's trade chat? And we're going to find out actually when that happens, but there's a bunch of different scenarios that could possibly happen, and I kind of want to run through them so you guys maybe know what to expect. And by the end of the video I'll also give you an idea as to like what you should be doing now in preparation for any of these possible scenarios. So let's get started. Trading! The first thing when crossplay happens, trade chat is going to hit the toilet harder than somebody that only lives off of Popeye's chicken. Whoever subbed, thank you for that. Mr. Diddles, thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Thank you for that. So trade chat is most likely going to take a fat dump when like all the prices are probably going to sink. And why would that happen? Because there's an enormous amount of people that are going to be playing, that are going to come back to the game, even if it doesn't wind up being cross-trade. And that's another thing to note, is that just because they're doing cross-play, there are other games that have cross-play that don't have cross-trade. Trading is still platform-specific. So depending on how DE wants to do it, regardless of however they do it, the fact that more players are going to come back on PC, on Xbox, on PS4, because now you can play with your friends. Now the whole, well, my friends are on this platform and I'm on this one, so we can't play together, is no longer an excuse anymore. You guys will be able to play with everybody regardless of what platform. So that's going to bring a lot more people back, and that alone is probably going to just make trade chat take a little bit of a dump. It's going to be a little, all the prices are going to be a little bit less, because with more people means more items, means more people are going to have these items. More people are going to sell them for less because they're competing with everybody and blah, 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 blah. So whether trading happens or not, like whether cross trade happens or not, the prices on everything are definitely going to drop just a little bit. I do feel though that in all these scenarios I'm going to give you guys, they will correct themselves. Like the prices over time will then readjust, and there'll be like a new kind of, I guess, average price for everything in the game. But for now, that's one thing to expect. Second thing, merging accounts. We don't know if when crossplay happens, DE is going to let us merge our accounts. What does that mean? That means if you guys don't know, do free stuff for you guys. When you watch my streams, you guys can earn a currency on my channel called ducats. Use that currency to redeem Warframe's weapons or mods from my Stream Elements store. And then I get on that platform and I trade it to you. And I do it for all platforms. So what if I'm allowed to merge my accounts? What if DE lets me take my Switch account, my Xbox account, and my PS4 account and merge all those accounts together? If that winds up happening, then everyone else is going to be able to do that too, which means everyone else is going to have a ridiculous amount of items to sell in trade chat, which is going to tank the crap out of the prices in a trade chat. So if merging accounts happens, and honestly, I think that's literally the most unlikely scenario. I don't think they will let us merge accounts. It's really just the worst case scenario. And it is the worst case for merging accounts, for as far as trade chat's concerned anyway. It would be the worst thing for trade chat if they let us merge our accounts. But I don't think that's going to happen, because ultimately DE at the end of the day is a business. And if they can't afford people, to make more Warframes, you know, do the hot fixes, you know, like make more quests and stuff for us to do. If they're not making any money to pay these people to do that, the game then goes away and we don't have it to play anymore. So I don't think it's in their best interest to merge accounts and stuff like that. As much as it would be incredibly convenient for myself and everybody else, I don't think they're necessarily going to do that. But it doesn't mean it's not a possibility. The next thing, the TOS trading issue. And I'm not sure if this is actually against TOS. Some of you might be able to let me know in the comments if it actually is. But I'm under the impression, so I don't do this, and I kind of would tell people don't do this either, because I think it's against TOS. But if you have a, let's say you have a PC account, right? And I have my account here on PC, and then let's say I make another account on PC. That's fine. You're allowed to have multiple accounts. But what I think is against TOS is you trading between those multiple accounts. So if I, let's say, on this account, just started stocking up loads and loads and loads of sets and then started trading them to my other accounts, I don't think anybody's allowed to do that. And if you get caught doing it, I'm pretty sure you either get suspended or banned maybe till 2035 when the game's supposed to come out of quote-unquote beta. But maybe you guys let me know in the comments down below. That's just food for thought. If you are, like if you have multiple accounts I think you're not necessarily allowed to like trade between them. Let me know in the comments. The last thing is, prices are going to need time to correct themselves. So if you guys remember this video that's on the screen right here, I talked a lot about a very important tactic in making platinum in this game. Probably one of the best tactics for everyone to be able to make platinum in this game. And basically, kind of to sum it up, I'd still watch the video because you want to get a really good understanding of this. So, you know, like, you're not like still needing your butt wiped. You're going to watch the video. You're going to understand how, you know, like long you should hold on to a frame for, how the market goes up and down with all the prices and all that stuff. Like how Warframes get vaulted and unvaulted. Like, it goes into a lot of things that are very easy for you to understand, and when you get the hang of it, like when you kind of understand it, you know, like you'll understand what to do. But basically, it's a seriously important video. All of you, for the most part, if you've been playing Warframe for a few years, you've probably already seen the video or at least understand this tactic. But if you're newer, I'd recommend watching it. But basically, to sum it up, it means that every 18 months that a frame will come into the game, and then it'll be in the game and be farmable for 18 months, and then it'll get vaulted, and then it will be no longer farmable. And when that happens, usually that frame is at the lowest price it's ever been because people have had 18 months to farm it out. So everybody in the entire community has literally had 18 months to farm up a whole lot of those sets. So the only way that that price is going to go back up is over time. It's people get bored of the game and they leave, and then they leave and they don't come back, and even though they farmed all those sets out, they're not around to sell them. Or maybe everybody that farmed all those sets out sold them to people that started building those sets. So now those sets are no longer around either. But over time, all those sets that were farmed out in that 18 months eventually are going to dwindle down to a very small number, which ultimately is going to increase the price, which is why as of the making of this video, even though Loki was just released as a Tennokan drop, and totally called that, as Loki was released as a Tennokan drop, but not a tradable one, you can go to Warframe Market now and see that on PC. Loki's still going for 400 to 500 on the garage sale that is Warframe Market. And I don't mean any hate by that, but it is. It's a garage sale. Everyone's just throwing shit away on that site. So, FYI, what I want you guys to be aware of is that if when crossplay happens, if everything starts to tank in price in the game, I do not feel it's permanent. That video that I'm telling you guys to watch, I think that's going to suck for a little while. All the sets that maybe you collected, maybe your Wukong sets, depending on how soon crossplay happens. Maybe all your Wukong sets, maybe your Mesa sets, Equinox, whatever it is you're saving, your Atlas, whatever you're saving up. Those may not be able to get very high in price after crossplay happens if there's going to be a cross trade. But I do feel that you should still hold on to them because they will go back up in price. Like whatever low they ultimately sink to, I feel they're going to go back up in price because at the end of the day, what a lot of people don't realize is there are a lot of people that were born in the last 10 years that haven't even touched Warframe yet. And there'll be a lot more people that are born every single day that haven't touched Warframe yet. And over time, like the community is just going to continue to grow. And that being said, there's always going to be people that need to buy your sets, that need what you have, that want that stuff. We're never going to run out of people that are always looking for things that you might have collected, whether the price is really low or not. So my recommendation is hold on to that stuff if the price sucks and wait until the price gets better. The last piece of advice that I want to give you guys, the one that you've waited so patiently for, is what's my recommendation now that this crossplay thing is happening? What do I expect to happen in trade chat? Which I kind of went over. I think the prices are they're gonna drop, but if there's, you know, like merging accounts or cross trade, they're gonna tank. But they'll eventually correct themselves. So what do you guys do? What do I recommend everybody do? I recommend you start selling everything you possibly can right now. Make your platinum now while trade chat is still good on price. Because the moment crossplay rolls through, even if there's no cross trade, there's still going to be a lot more people coming back to the game that have a whole bunch of sets left over from however long ago, and prices are going to dip a lot. Or even a little, but prices are going to dip regardless. So at the end of the day, my best advice is right now, be trading everything you possibly can up until crossplay happens. And then once it happens, you would have made your plat, you'd be sitting on possibly 100,000 like me, or whatever it is, and you're totally good to go at that point. Now, you don't have to worry about crossplay ruining trade chat and all that stuff, because you got in early, you did it the smart way, you sold stuff while you were making more plat off of it, you don't have to worry about losing so much. Which, by the way, I have probably over 100 videos on my YouTube channel here about how to make platinum in so many different ways in this game. Like, there's so many videos I put out about all the different ways you can make platinum. if you binge enough of my videos on my channel, and what I recommend is honestly just listen to them like a podcast while you play the game. This way you can get through them a lot faster. And then whenever you hear me say something in a video you don't understand, watch that part of the video. And that's like the genius's way of like learning how to make all the platinum in the world you want. And once you know all these ways to make platinum, you could pick the ones that you have the most fun doing. This way trade chat doesn't seem like such a chore, because I know for a lot of you it does. But once you know all the different ways to make plat, it can be a lot of fun. And you can make a lot of plat. And all that being said, thank you everybody so much for watching this video. If you found it helpful or anything, leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. I want you guys to know that I'm live every day on Twitch, and you guys absolutely can earn free Warframes, weapons, and mods. But all that being said, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys are having an awesome night, day, whatever time it is. Absolutely love your faces. If I don't see you in the next video, I will see you guys on my Twitch channel. Laters.